November sunlight poured over Los Angeles like a blessing. In the quiet of her home, Angela White, the woman the world once knew as Blac Chyna, scrolled through photographs of her little girl, missing teeth, first-grade braids, ballet recitals, family holidays. 9 years. How could 9 years pass so quickly? Today her daughter Dream Renee Kardashian turned 9. Bright-eyed, spirited, endlessly curious, Angela opened her phone's notes app and began typing the words that had been stirring in her heart for weeks. They weren't polished lyrics or brand slogans, they were the raw, simple truths of motherhood. Dream Renee, from the moment you arrived, you brought a light that teaches me wisdom every day, and your laughter turns ordinary moments into magic. With each line, Angela relived the milestones, Dream's first word, her first steps, the way she laughed until she hiccuped. Watching you grow has shown me the beauty of motherhood, nurturing your authentic self with patience and endless love. By the time she finished the caption, her eyes were misty. She added a playful line only they would understand, screaming the happiest happy 9th birthday, let's party, and then she signed it the way mothers have for generations. Love, Mommy. Moments later she pressed post. The internet would call it a tribute, but for Angela White it was a prayer. When Dream Kardashian was born on November 10, 2016, the world already knew her last name. Her arrival was covered by magazines, blogs, and entertainment shows, but for her parents, Rob Kardashian and Angela White, that day was about something far simpler, hope. For Rob, it was the moment he first held his daughter and whispered, "You're my dream." For Angela, it was redemption, proof that love could create something pure, even when life was messy. The early years were filled with bright chaos, nursery toys, baby giggles, late-night feedings. Both parents learned quickly that raising a child in the public eye meant balancing visibility with protection. Angela often said, "I want her to have a normal childhood in an abnormal world." That meant school runs instead of red carpets, bedtime stories instead of brand deals. Behind the scenes, Angela and Rob navigated the complexity of co-parenting under scrutiny. There were disagreements, there were court filings, there were headlines, but above it all was Dream, a little girl who united two very different families. As Dream grew, she inherited two worlds. From her mother, creativity, confidence, and an unfiltered laugh. From her father, humor, patience, and a quiet heart. Family gatherings were often a blend of both. Birthday cakes shared with cousins from the Kardashian side, North Chicago, Stormy, and weekends with her brother King Cairo, Angela's son from her earlier relationship with Tyga. Angela's Instagram slowly transformed from glamour shots to gentle glimpses of motherhood, art projects, playground visits, and car ride karaoke. The world began to see less Blac Chyna the celebrity and more Angela White the woman. In interviews, she started speaking not about controversy but about healing. She described motherhood as her mirror, the experience that forced her to look inward, to soften, to forgive. Dream taught me patience. She taught me how to breathe before reacting. She taught me that strength isn't loud. Rob Kardashian has lived most of his life away from the cameras in recent years. Yet when it comes to his daughter, the quiet becomes a language of love. In 2022, he posted one of his few public messages, "Happy birthday to the sweetest and funniest girl. Daddy will always love you." Those who know Rob describe him as gentle, hands-on, and devoted. He cooks breakfast, drives school drop-offs, and shows up for every milestone. For Dream's 9th birthday, even though he didn't post publicly, family insiders say he celebrated privately, balloons, laughter, a home-baked cake. Because not every memory needs an audience. Angela and Rob's relationship has traveled a difficult road. From whirlwind romance to public breakup, from court battles to quiet reconciliation as parents, their journey mirrors that of many who learn that love can transform but never fully disappear. When Angela legally changed her life, removing tattoos, embracing faith, and focusing on self-growth, Rob supported her silently. Friends say his only wish has always been that she find peace, for herself and for their daughter. In October 2024, fans thought a rekindling might be underway when Angela posted photos beside a white Ferrari with the caption, "This love is forever at Rob Kardashian official." The internet erupted. Was it a reunion, a sign of new beginnings? Rob quietly liked the post. No statement followed. Later, sources clarified they were not romantically back together, simply two parents in harmony. And in truth, that's what most people hope to become after heartbreak. Not lovers again, but peaceful partners in purpose. If you've followed Angela White for years, you've seen every version of her. The music videos, the reality TV star, the controversy magnet, the entrepreneur. But over the last 2 years, a transformation has taken place. Slow, steady, sincere. She has spoken about finding faith, removing cosmetic enhancements, getting baptized, and focusing on health, both physical and spiritual. "I had to let go of the version of me that was always fighting," she told a magazine. "Now I'm learning how to love myself without armor." For her followers, that change felt like witnessing someone rediscover her original light. and that's exactly what her tribute to Dream represented. Not a celebrity post, but a mother's reflection of growth. At 9, Dream Kardashian is already a blend of curiosity and charisma. She loves drawing, makeup tutorials, basketball games with cousins, and baking with Grandma Chris. Those close to her describe her as hilarious, quick-witted, and compassionate. Angela often calls her my old soul with a silly heart. She keeps Dream's life balanced, part childhood wonder, part quiet wisdom. In photos from her birthday celebration, Dream beams between pink balloons and glittery decorations. The caption reads like a mother talking to her best friend, love, laughter, and inside jokes only they understand. The story of Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian once filled gossip columns. Today it fills something else, silence. And in that silence, there's peace. Both have chosen growth over grudges. Both have learned that parenting is the truest form of partnership. Angela has spoken openly about learning forgiveness, for Rob, for herself, for everyone who ever misunderstood her. She says that becoming mommy stripped away ego and taught her what unconditional love really feels like. Dream doesn't care who's right or wrong. She just wants both of us there. That simple truth reshaped everything. Family, in the Kardashian world, is rarely simple. Yet Dream's presence bridges worlds that once seemed separate. She moves effortlessly between them. One weekend baking cookies with her cousins at her aunt's house, the next painting with her mom and brother King Cairo. Angela and Rob's families have both celebrated her milestones. Kris Jenner, the matriarch who has seen generations of birthdays, sent warm wishes. Even Tyga, father of King Cairo, has spoken kindly of Dream, calling her sweet, funny, and full of life. In that extended network of blended relationships, Dream stands as proof that healing can coexist with history. For Angela White, motherhood is no longer about image, it's about influence. She uses her platform to promote self-care, boundaries, and spiritual renewal. Her message to other mothers is clear: you can start over and still be proud of where you've been. She tells fans that every mistake she made was a classroom. Every headline that once hurt her is now a testimony she can share with her daughter. And she wants Dream to know that strength is not perfection, it's honesty. Stay true to who you are, she wrote in her birthday post. Never lose the warmth in your hugs or the kindness in your words. Those aren't just birthday wishes, they're a life philosophy. As Dream grows, the world will continue to watch. The child of two famous parents, a name forever etched in pop culture. But what her parents seem to want most is that she grow grounded. Angela has been open about faith now guiding her parenting. She prays with her children, teaches gratitude, and limits their exposure to the chaos that once surrounded her. I want them to remember peace more than paparazzi, she said recently. Rob focuses on the small things: school pickups, board games, family dinners. Friends say that when he talks about Dream, he lights up. Together they are shaping a childhood that feels normal, and that might be the greatest victory of all. When Angela's birthday message hit Instagram, the reaction was instant and tender. Comments flooded in. This is growth. She sounds so peaceful now. Dream is lucky to have a mom who speaks love like this. Even fans who once followed the drama felt moved. The tone wasn't gossip, it was gratitude. It felt like the audience had grown up alongside her. Act 13, The Power of Redemption. The story of Angela White is a study in redemption. She has walked through every chapter: success, scandal, heartbreak, rebirth, and emerged softer, wiser, still standing. Her tribute to Dream was more than birthday words. It was a public declaration that the past no longer defines her. She now defines the past by how she's risen from it. Please never lose your fearless curiosity, she told her daughter. You inspire me to be better just by being you. Those lines echo the journey of a woman who found better within herself. Angela's followers often say they hardly recognize her, and she smiles when she hears that. Because recognition was never the goal. Redemption was. She's gone from viral headlines to quiet hope, from defensive interviews to devotional mornings, from chasing validation to cherishing stillness. And in the middle of it all stands a 9-year-old girl whose laughter fills a house with light. Dream doesn't yet know the full weight of her name, what it means to her parents, or how her birth altered the trajectory of their lives. But one day, when she reads that birthday post again as a young woman, she'll understand. She'll see not just words on a screen, but the story of her mother's transformation, from chaos to calm, from fame to faith. As the night settles over Los Angeles, and the last birthday candles flicker out, Angela tucks Dream into bed. The laughter of the day still echoes in the hallway. Friends, family, balloons, the sound of music fading. Did you have fun today? She whispers. Dream nods sleepily. Best day ever. Angela smiles. That's all I needed to hear. In that moment, nothing else matters. Not the headlines, not the speculation, not the noise. Just a mother, a daughter, and the quiet hum of gratitude. Because at its core, this story isn't about celebrity. It's about renewal. It's about a woman learning that love can heal what fame once broke. And it's about a little girl named Dream, who reminds everyone watching that sometimes the greatest glow-up isn't external, it's spiritual. So as Angela writes in her final caption of the night, "Love Mommy," it feels like the period at the end of a long chapter.
Tomorrow the world will scroll again. But tonight, one family simply rests in peace, growth, and the laughter of a 9-year-old child who has already become her mother's greatest teacher.